Yeah.
What's up, YouTube? Mark the Shark here, doing my Houston regional recap. Went 5-3-1. It was a little less than what I expected, but overall I did pretty good. And a lot of it was just mainly experience and testing everything out. And I know what's good out there. I know how to make the deck better. And yeah, let's get into this Evilswarm deck profile. Start off with the monsters. Got the main vanilla, huge beat stick, heliotrope, and I'll go through whatever I face at the end. You got caster, give you your additional normal summon. Thunderbird, put in work. Mandragora, I run it at 3. I just like it. It could be a lure target, it could be a dark arm target, it could be a Kirkion target, speaking of which. And or you could just use it for infestation affection. And I mean, even though it has pretty low stats and it's only effective special summon, it's still pretty good. I think it's vital to the deck. 3 max C helps stun fast decks and helps you get off that one for one, or maybe you go 2 for 1. You got Rabbit, since we're playing the 3 vanillas, and Dark Armed. Spells. 3 Pandemics. The Lance of the deck. Put in so much work. Players just they use their good cards to purposely try to bait it out, but to be honest, it's hard to play around it. But I think wasting a good power spell or trap isn't the way to go. Just try to get rid of Ophion or any Evilswarm with monster effects. 3 MST. For the 1-ups, Dark Hole, Rhoda for caster, and Allure because they're all dark. Traps. I'm running 2 infestation infection. I decided to go 2 because once you get all your targets, once you get the 3 infestation pandemics with Ophion, you ain't got no targets besides just 1 infection. So I bumped it up to 2 because sometimes it gets destroyed, and it is vital because you can replace. Say you don't need Heliotrope or Mandragora, you replace that, obviously, and you get a Kirkion. So 3 Skill Prisoner, the best trap in this deck. It helps protect Ophion from monster effects. And you can't get rid of Ophion with spells or traps. You can't get rid of him with monster effects. The only way to get rid of him is by battle. And it is hard to even do that because he prevents you from special summoning anything that's level 5 or higher. And that's mainly the thing that's going to run over. So, you pretty much just sit on Ophion. Once you got Prisoner and Pandemic, your opponent's just like, man, I don't know what the fuck to do. Main 1 deck dev, mainly for Gear and any of these little low attack monsters that have powerful effects, like Honest, stuff like that. For the 1-ups, Bottomless, Torrential, Solemn, Compulse, and Eradicator Epidemic. That's it for the main board. Extra, you gotta go into, obviously, 3 Ophion. Many times he is the only option, but I play it a little different. Sometimes I don't just go straight into Ophion. If it's first turn, I might, and then if Ophion's already gone, I'll probably have to go into something else. So then you got the 1 Bahamut, big eye of the deck, Ouroboros. I didn't even make him during the whole tournament. Utopia. He actually put in work because one of my duels was against Harpies, and they summoned Harpies' pet Phantasmal Dragon, and he kept trying to chip my life points away by attacking directly. And I summoned him after the first time he attacked directly, and he only had 2 2 attachments left. So he attacked, detached, waited him out. He attacked again, detached, and then by then he was out of his XC materials, and I just ran over it. And then next turn I had summoned C39. Papal Operative. Put in work a few times. It's good to it's good when your opponent sets and you think, oh, it might be a Linde, it might be a hand, it might be some sort of other card. So you just make them flip it up. Sometimes it's bad because they get their flip effect, but most of the time you're about to do massive damage. Cowboy for game. They used to Emerald, little like mini pot of avarice. Pot of avarice. Number 66. Crazy Box, just in case they use Skill Drain. Gemini Pearl, just because Beat Stick. Dweller for Graveyard matchups, Boojin, Dark World, Merlantians. And number 50, this dude put in a lot of work. Sometimes they'll summon like a little small monster. Like I had a Cyber Dragon matchup, summon Core. I was like, I don't even feel like doing a typical Evilswarm player play, so I just summoned him, activate effect, send Core to the grave, inflict 1,000. So that's it for extra. Side, it wasn't all the way complete. I could have done better on it, but overall it was good, and overall it did help me win some matches. TK, he put in a lot of work, prevented those searches, like the Cyber Dragon and Harpy matchup. Ooh. D-Fissure put in a lot of work. He put in work against those hands. I fucking hate those hands. Although if I had the time, I would actually use my hands, but I had to put my side deck together at the last minute. The other 2 deck devs, your game matchup, little. I think I used it against the Cyber Dragon dude. Let's see, 2 Gozen match for attributes, and then 3 Lightning Prison Mirror. I thought I was gonna face a lot of Boojins and Lightsworn players. I didn't face any, and I figured Boojin would probably be a real bad matchup for me, so I put those in. I don't even think I need. I sided him against artifacts. I don't think I activated it because I think it got destroyed. Whatever. 2 system downs, Gear Cybers. Put in work for my game 3 cyber duel. Macro, same thing as D-Fissure. Overwork for Boojins and Fire Fist, or anything in general that increases attack. And Soul Drain, pretty much kind of like for pretty much D-Fissure and Macro, but this doesn't remove. Alright, so for my recap, round 1 was Hieratic Beast. It was a pretty simple matchup. They didn't have really anything that was too detrimental to my deck. Round 2 was Ghost Tricks, and I drew with them. That was the draw I had. Game 1 went 30 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? And finally he got some leverage over me. He finally got rid of, I think he finally got rid of my 3rd Ophion. And he had used Cephylon, the Ultimate Time Lord, and he used that to special summon I forget what 4,000 fairy it was, but it was just a 4,000 beat stick, and it just took that. And in game 2 we only had like 9 minutes left because after we sided we only had like 9 minutes left, and so I hurry up and beat him, but then we had went into timer already, so it was 1-1. Round 3. Ooh, what was round 3? I'm trying to think. Round 3 was Harpies. Round 3 was Harpies. He didn't do too much that could stop me. Skill Prisoner was a key to my success. He tried to use 1-on-1. That got negated. He tried to use Exciton, but I had luckily drew into Dark Hole, and he had Exciton and something else. So I was like Dark Hole, and proceeded to win. And then let's see, round 4. What was round 4? I believe round 4 was Cybers. Yeah, round 4 was Cybers. Game 1 was like a blowout. I had summon Ophion, and then he had set 3, and I was like, okay, Eradicator Epidemic. I called traps. He had 3 traps face down and 1 in his hand. So he only had 2 cards altogether, 1 in his hand, 1 on the field. And then that was a blowout. And then round 2, he special summoned all his big monsters first. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty much how you beat Evilswarms. You just get your monsters out before Ophion can destroy them or prevent them from getting summoned. And then we went to game 3, and it was more of me just poking at his life points. I don't even think I had anything to summon Ophion. I think I just had Thunderbird. And he summoned Cyber Valley, and I was like, system down. He summoned, I attacked, and then he summoned something else, and I was like, system down, removed that, and then I just kept poking at his life points and won. Round 5 was Madolche. I lost that. I got too old. Kind of sucked, but there wasn't really much I could do. Ophion can't put in work against them because you summon a bunch of rank 4s. Game 2, I summoned Ophion, and he had like 3 back row, and he didn't summon any monsters. And I was like, man, let me take a chance. I activated deck dev, and for those next 3 turns, he did not draw any monsters. So I had just pretty much lost to Ophion, and I was just like, how you don't draw any kind of monsters with Madolches? So I was like, okay, whatever. And then he finally started getting leverage over me, and then he won. I was like, all right, that's fine. It's like, whatever. And let's see, what am I on, round 6 now? Round 6. Round 6 was Mythic Wielders. Game 1, it was a bit of a struggle, but I took it. And then game 2, he's like, all right, fuck it, I gotta get my big monsters. Like I said, the way to beat Evilswarm is to get all your monsters out first. That way Ophion can't prevent them. He dumped a bunch of monsters and then activated Soul Charge, right? Spell. Let you rekindle friendly deck. Okay.
Yeah.
Soul Charge, and he paid like 3,000. Got 3 monsters. One was Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and then he got another monster. And so he had like 3 beat sticks. They were all like at least 2,600 each, and I was like, okay. So I pretty much didn't do anything there. I just lost that one. And then game 3, it just pretty much was just like game 1. And let's see, what are we on, 7 now? Round 7, I faced Trap Tricks hands. It was like Trap Tricks, Fire Fist hands, and let's see, game 1. Game 1, I didn't know what the hell it was. I think I had blew him out like by turn 4, maybe 6, and I was like, okay, I don't even know what the hell this is. And then game 2, I was like, oh, okay, just using the hands and everything, and got rid of Ophion, just poked at my life points, and then by then game 3, I had decided in everything I needed and took the victory. And then my last 2 were artifacts, and I lost round 8 because I thought that number 101 wasn't once per turn, and so he summoned 2 101s, and he used one on one Ophion, and then he used another on another Ophion. And so you could say it was my fault for not knowing. You could say it was his fault for potentially cheating. I mean, I don't know. He might have not known either, but that's why I lost that one. It went to game 3, and I was like, fuck. If he wouldn't have taken at least one Ophion, I could have still won. So, and then the dude made top 8, which kind of made me mad, but I was like, what can you do? And then round 9, it was artifacts, but it was a little different from the round 8 one. Round 8 was like a long duel. It was like just because we knew what we had, so it was more of just everybody, both of us just waiting each other out. And round 9 was a little more aggressive. It was more just attack, activate effects, back and forth. But in the end, he took it. So I went. At the end, I was 79 out of, I think, 410. I think that's what they said. And yeah, I did all right. Did good. It was better. It was kind of, I guess you could say, a little better than last time. My last regional was like 150 something out of 500. So I did better. And yeah, 531. That's been my Evilswarm deck profile plus my Houston regional recap. So comment, rate, subscribe. Mark the Shark out.